Hey guys, welcome back to Simple Acre Homestead. Turned out to be a beautiful day today. I managed to get back outside here, well, partly outside, but partly in here. I'm putting together Sydney's raised beds. I had ordered 8, I've had 6 show up. This is number 4 that I'm working on. Very simple, 6 by 3 by, I believe, 11.5 inches tall. We're hoping this will make a big difference for us because we have really had a difficult time growing root vegetables in our clay soil. So this is hopefully going to be the solution, but we're going to show you in an upcoming video how we're going to lay these out and things like that. But I'm just briefly showing you what we've got here. I'm just bolting them together right now. I've got one outside that I will show you what they look like when they're done. All right, so if you come over this way, this is one of the raised beds that are put together. And right now, I am using it to grow ducklings and geese. No, that's not true. I'm actually just letting them kind of graze on some grass while I clean their brooders. But check this out. So as you can see, it's a decent sized raised bed. But inside the raised bed, we've got Bobby, our goose that you guys have met in previous videos, the 4 ducklings that have been hanging out with them. And if you notice, there's 5 more smaller ones that look just like Bobby. We got lucky, guys. The place that I had bought the eggs from, they happened to have had some gosling hatch. And I noticed they had them for sale, got a hold of her right away. And we went, took a 45-minute drive and grabbed these 5 American buff geese to go with ours. So we don't know what they are, boys or girls, we have no idea. We're gonna find that out at the end of the day, not the end of this day, when they grow up and we see how they behave. I'm not comfortable trying to vent sex them, I don't wanna cause any harm, so we're just gonna let them be. So right now they're just getting some grass, getting some fresh air, getting some sunshine, while I clean their brooders, which, as you guys know in our previous videos, I use totes for the brooders. But speaking about the brooders, guys, I'm trying something different today because when I picked up the geese, there was a very wise older couple that we were talking to. And one of the things they mentioned that they do in their brooders, they don't use pine shavings or any of the things that you would normally put in your brooder. Instead, they use feed. So they use cracked corn or wheat, and basically it's a no waste. What they do, and when they told me, it kind of all made sense, so I'm gonna give it a try, is they'll use it for a few days in their brooder, and then they'll turn around, they'll toss it in the chickens will scratch through it and eat the grain of whatever sort it is. So we have chicken scratch, so I've decided that's what I'm going to try, because basically cracked corn and whatever else they throw in there. So I put some in this brooder already. This is where the ducklings are going to be going, because I'm going to separate the ducks and the geese as they grow. They take up more room. So the ducks we are planning to sell, the geese we are not. So we want to keep the geese close to us. So the geese are still staying in the kitchen with us, as funny as that might sound, or as horrible as that might sound to some people. For us, we just want to make sure, because they're a large bird and they can get fairly aggressive. Now, these particular breed, American buff goose, is not supposed to be an aggressive goose, but they need to know the people in the home. So we have small children, and we want to make sure that they're familiar with each other. So in this brooder, I've thrown scratch. Right away, I'm thinking it's a nice flat surface. If they happen to eat it, it's food. It's not going to hurt them. It should absorb. So we'll try that. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully it'll take up some of that smell, because I find because they are a poultry that really enjoys water, they can make quite a mess. Okay, so that one's for the ducklings. This one here is going to be for the quail that are going to hatch in about 2 days. All right, and over here, the bigger one here, this is going to be for the goslings. Okay, so I use about 1.5 buckets of scratch. Now, like I said, maybe that scratch isn't the best of the feeds to use, but I think it should be the same idea. The other, like I said earlier, the bonus is it doesn't go to waste. So after a couple days, it might sound a little gross if you're not used to the farm animals, but after a few days I can throw that in with the chickens. They're going to scratch through it, pick it out. It's not a thrown out product that way. I'm not buying something like a pine shaving and dumping it in the garden, which doesn't go to waste, but the garden doesn't need the pine shaving. So this is a good way to do it. But we'll see. I'll let you know. So the other thing I tried to do this weekend, guys, if you watched the last video, we were talking about how badly the front yard or the front property is full of water. I thought I was going to try to get in there with the tractor and maybe try to level it out a little bit, give it a little bit of a drainage path, but yeah, I've got about 2 tires in and thought I'd best reverse. But hopefully within the next few weeks, but probably not. I'm guessing it's going to be July, August before I can really get in there and do a lot of grading. All right, guys, so just checking these guys out. I wanted to mention, if you guys have been following, our larger buff goose here, we call Bobby, he's 3 weeks old today. The goslings we picked up, which are the ones that look like mini versions of him, are 10 days old. So 11 days difference. Check out the size difference between these birds. It's pretty incredible, really. So it'll be interesting to see how quickly they grow. And if you follow along on the community tab, once a week I'm trying to post a picture of Bobby and myself so you can see him growing. What I do is I hold him up as long as he keeps letting me, and you'll get a chance to see the size difference as he continues to grow. So we're gonna let them have some grass for probably a couple more hours this afternoon, get some sun, some air, and then we'll bring them back in the house before it starts to cool down. But anyway, guys, thanks for coming and checking us out, and hopefully in the next video we'll start getting these raised beds set up and we'll show you what we're going to do there. But thanks again for coming out, and hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully you'll share it. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Thanks, guys.